Just a day after Iran's bold $200 oil warning, a mystery strike rocks a ship in the vital Strait of Hormuz. A cargo vessel bursts into flames following a sudden strike along one of the world's most crucial energy corridors. Hours later, Mojtaba appears to mock Trump online, a pointed response to his warning over the Strait of Hormuz.
The criminal United States and the desperate Zionist regime have achieved nothing but killing innocent children, defenseless women and men, and civilians. If you can tolerate oil prices above $200 per barrel, continue this game.
In the long run, oil supplies will be dramatically more secure without the threat of Iranian ships, drones, missiles, nuclear menace, or anything. So the Strait of Hormuz is going to remain safe. We have a lot of Navy ships there.
An unidentified projectile slams into a vessel in the world's most volatile oil choke point, reigniting fears of a wider regional flare-up. Moments later, a second vessel reports damage off the UAE coast, suggesting coordinated or escalating strikes in the Gulf. On March 11th, a cargo vessel transiting the Strait of Hormuz was struck by an unidentified projectile, an alarming development in one of the world's most sensitive maritime zones. According to a UK Maritime Security Agency, the strike ignited a fire on board, forcing the crew to abandon the vessel as emergency response teams were alerted. The incident was first reported by Iran International, unfolding on the 12th day of the ongoing US-Israel confrontation with Iran, further heightening regional tension. The ship's captain issued a distress call immediately after impact, requesting urgent assistance as the vessel drifted near the coast of the United Arab Emirates. The United Kingdom's Maritime Trade Operations Office confirmed that the strike took place roughly 25 nautical miles off Ras Al Khaimah, a crucial gateway for international shipping. In a separate but possibly related event, the master of another container ship reported damage from what appeared to be a projectile near the UAE coastline. Authorities said the full extent of structural damage to the targeted vessel remains under investigation as maritime security officials gather evidence. Fortunately, officials later confirmed that all crew members aboard the damaged vessel were rescued safely, despite the fire that engulfed parts of the deck. The attack came just days after the IRGC's public warning to choke off the Strait of Hormuz and send global oil prices soaring to $200 a barrel, a threat that suddenly feels far more real.
The criminal United States and the desperate Zionist regime, considering that since the beginning of their aggression against Islamic Iran they have achieved nothing but killing innocent children, defenseless women and men, and civilians. Despite their false and hypocritical claims and posturing as defenders of the Iranian people, have gone even further. In their new, boundless, and savage attacks, they have targeted parts of the energy fuel infrastructure and service centers belonging to the people. The armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran, with serious regard for the interests of the Muslim populations residing in regional countries, despite having intelligence awareness, offensive capabilities, and knowledge of all energy fuel and public service infrastructures in the region, have so far refrained from any similar actions. It is expected that the governments of Muslim countries will swiftly warn the criminal United States and the savage Zionist regime against such cowardly, anti-human actions, so that the flames of fire and war do not spread further. Otherwise, similar actions will occur in the region. And if you can tolerate oil prices above $200 per barrel, continue this game.
Earlier, US officials issued a stern warning to the Iranian military, cautioning against any form of aggression or interference in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most vital oil supply routes. President Donald Trump asserted that global oil supplies would remain safe and stable only after Iran's naval capabilities posing a threat to the region were fully neutralized. Trump further emphasized that the Strait of Hormuz would remain secure under the watch of a strong US naval presence, underscoring America's continued dominance in the Gulf waters.
As we continue Operation Epic Fury, we're also focused on keeping energy and oil flowing to the world. And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if Iran does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy and that I mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly, they'll never be able to recover, ever. If they want to play that game, they better not play that game. In the long run, oil supplies will be dramatically more secure without the threat of Iranian ships, drones, missiles, nuclear menace, or anything. So the Strait of Hormuz is going to remain safe. We have a lot of Navy ships there. We have the best equipment in the world, inspecting for mines. Again, most of their ships are down at the bottom of the sea, but we will hit them so hard that it will not be possible for them or anybody else helping them to ever recover that section of the world if they do anything. In recent years, the regime and its terror proxies have launched attacks on hundreds of commercial vessels. We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas prices for American families. We've done that. We've done it. We brought it very low. This was just an excursion into something that had to be done. We're getting very close to finishing that, too. In the meantime, during this brief disruption, the United States is offering political risk insurance to any tankers operating in the Gulf. So we're putting up risk insurance. We'll perhaps go alongside of them for protection. We don't think it'll be necessary if it is. And if they do anything, the price will be incalculable. It will be so great that they will have wished they never did it, because you have to keep the straits flowing. With all of that, it affects other countries much more than it does the United States. It doesn't really affect us. We have so much oil. We have tremendous oil and gas, much more than we need. We have Venezuela now as our new partner, great partner. They've worked out so wonderful. We're working with the administration, the president, and it's a massive source of oil, gas, everything. But we're in a very good position, but very unfair to other parts of the world, like China as an example. I mean, we're doing this for the other parts of the world, including countries like China. They get a lot of their oil through the straits. So we're doing this. We have a very good relationship with President Xi in China. I'm going there in a short period of time, and we're protecting the world from what these lunatics are trying to do, and very successfully, I might add. We're also waiving certain oil-related sanctions to reduce prices. So we have sanctions on some countries. We're going to take those sanctions off till this straightens out. Then who knows, maybe we won't have to put them on. There'll be so much peace. But when the time comes, the U.S. Navy and its partners will escort tankers through the strait if needed. I hope it's not going to be needed, but if it's needed, we'll escort them right through. And we have the greatest mine-sweeping ability. We have the greatest ships, and all of we know exactly where they're placed. We'll get them out of there very fast, but we hope we don't have any of that. And again, if they do that, if they play that game, we're going to hit them at a level that they have not seen before. So we're winning very decisively. We're way ahead of schedule. Our military is the greatest in the world, with the greatest equipment and the greatest people in the world. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Iran's a very powerful country. They were going to take over the Middle East. If we did not hit them, they were going to take over the Middle East. They had thousands and thousands. Since their last hit, they had thousands and thousands of missiles and everything else. Most are now destroyed. But they were going to take over the Middle East. Those weapons were aimed at Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this. They were going to take over the Middle East, and they were going to try and destroy Israel. So we stopped it with good timing, and we're very proud to be involved in this, and it's going to be ended soon. And if it starts up again, they'll be hit even harder.